Life is full of storms and unpredictable changes, making us constantly search for a peaceful harbor. But how can we maintain that peace amid constant turmoil? Stoic philosophy, with its solid principles and deep thinking, provides us with a path to develop sound judgment and an invincible spirit. This article will guide you through the 10 fundamental principles of Stoic philosophy, helping you build an unbreakable inner peace. From the teachings of Epictetus, we will better understand the difference between controlling our thoughts and not being able to control external events. Why must we focus on what we can control and let go of what is beyond our reach? Inner peace depends on this ability, and through wisdom and willpower, we can achieve it. Let's embark on this journey of exploration, where each Stoic principle will open a new path for you to grasp the key to inner peace. These lessons will help you overcome challenges and realize that virtue is the essence of a good life, not the pursuit of fleeting desires. This curiosity and exploration will help you find light in the darkness and make you more resilient and robust in life's storms. Principle 1. Facing criticism. Epictetus once said, "We cannot control the opinions or actions of others, but we can control how we react to them. We cannot stop others from speaking ill or criticizing us, but we can choose how we face those words." Imagine you are an artist who has just completed a piece of art you are incredibly proud of. When displaying your work, you receive some praise but also harsh criticism. Instead of letting the criticism shake your spirit, you view it as an opportunity to learn and improve. You understand that everyone has their perspective and values, and negative feedback does not necessarily reflect your work or your self-values. It is crucial to understand yourself and have confidence in your values. When you are confident in your chosen path and the reasons behind it, negative words from others will have less impact. Another example is a new employee trying to prove their abilities. A colleague might feel jealous and make unfair remarks. Instead of letting these comments discourage you, you focus on your work and do your best. You understand their actions may stem from personal insecurity rather than accurately assessing your capabilities. Facing criticism without letting it affect you requires patience and kindness. Patience helps you stay calm and avoid reacting hastily or negatively, while kindness helps maintain good relationships with others, even when they disagree with you. For instance, if a colleague criticizes your approach to a project, you can listen and consider their viewpoint instead of being defensive. You might find valuable lessons to improve your work. Saints and ascetics often face harm and insults with patience and kindness, always staying true to their path. Focusing on personal growth and resilience in the face of challenges improves our lives and inspires those around us. Remember, true strength does not come from controlling what others think or say about us, but from our ability to control how we let those things affect us. Stoic philosophy helps us face criticism maturely and develop confidence and inner peace. By understanding and accepting ourselves, we can live a life undisturbed by negative opinions from others. Principle 2. Controlling the mind. Controlling the mind is one of the fundamental principles of Stoic philosophy, helping us avoid being affected by external factors and maintain inner peace. Imagine you would never hand over control of your body to an untrustworthy stranger. So why do we easily let stray thoughts and deceitful words hijack our minds? Controlling the mind is not just a skill but an art. When someone offends you, the natural reaction is to feel hurt and want to retaliate. However, Stoic philosophy teaches that our emotions do not come from external events, but from how we react to them. This means we can choose how to respond to any situation. Take the example of a professional baker. This baker daily focuses on improving their skills, ignoring excessive criticism or praise. The baker understands that paying attention to others' opinions reduces efficiency and morale. Instead, they focus on perfecting themselves and their products. As a result, they are not affected by negative words and continue to develop their skills sustainably. Practicing mind control starts with daily habits. Set small goals and achieve them every day to build confidence. Focus on living in the present and understanding your emotions more intensely. When you realize you can choose how to react to any situation, you will gradually become resilient to challenges and no longer be swayed by negative emotions. For example, imagine you are working in a high-pressure environment. One day, your boss criticizes your work in front of colleagues. Instead of feeling ashamed and angry, you pause, take a deep breath, and remind yourself that you can control your reaction. You decide to listen to the feedback constructively, consider it objectively, and use it to improve yourself. In doing so, you maintain your composure and turn a negative situation into a positive step forward in your career. Stoic philosophy emphasizes that we cannot control what others think about us, but we can control how we let those thoughts affect us. By practicing mind control, we can achieve inner peace and remain undisturbed by external factors. This is the key to maintaining a balanced and happy life. Principle 3. Firm purpose. Epictetus once said, "Difficulties show a person's character, and the greater the difficulty, the more glory in overcoming it." This is not just a philosophy, but a call to action. A firm purpose is the foundation that helps us overcome all challenges in life. When you clearly understand your goals, colossal challenges shrink into small steps. Imagine a mountain climber facing steep paths, strong winds, and snowstorms. But with a clear purpose of conquering the peak, these difficulties become obstacles to overcome, not insurmountable barriers. The inner strength found in this process is unbeatable. A firm purpose is not something we stumble upon by chance, but the result of deep reflection on what truly matters. This is not only about career goals or personal achievements, but also about the principles and values you want to dedicate your life to pursuing. Take the example of a scientist devoting their life to researching a severe illness. Their motivation is not just awards or fame, but a desire to contribute to medicine and save millions of lives. No difficulty can deter them when this purpose is deeply ingrained in their heart. Once you have identified your goal, the next step is to protect and nurture it. This requires perseverance and steadfast commitment, even when facing significant obstacles. Think of an Olympic athlete who spends hours training every day, dealing with injuries and fatigue, but never giving up the dream of winning a gold medal. This perseverance and steadfast commitment are the strengths that help them overcome adversity. A firm purpose is like a lighthouse in the dark, a guiding light and a solid anchor for the soul when life pulls you into whirlwinds. The life buoy keeps you from sinking into a sea of emotions and difficult circumstances. Ultimately, a firm purpose is not just advice, but the key to unlocking unparalleled mental strength and the ability to face and overcome any challenge. Under the light of this Stoic philosophy, nothing is impossible, and nothing can shake your resilient spirit. Principle 4. Insults and offenses. Epictetus emphasized that what frightens and dismays us is not external events, but how we think about them. When someone insults you, it is not their words that hurt you, but how you perceive and react to them that determines their impact on your soul. Imagine you are attending an important meeting. You express an opinion, and a colleague strongly opposes it, even personally criticizing you. The natural reaction might be to feel angry and want to retaliate. But instead of letting emotions take over, you pause, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, is this an opportunity to consider the issue from a different perspective? In doing so, You maintain your composure and broaden your outlook, turning a negative situation into a learning opportunity. Another example is when you are conversing with a close friend and are suddenly criticized for a personal decision. Instead of feeling hurt, you take time to reflect on that criticism. You may discover that although their delivery wasn't perfect, they intended to prompt you to reconsider your choices from another angle. This is finding light in the darkness, a valuable skill that Stoic philosophy encourages us to learn. Transforming painful experiences into valuable lessons is critical to personal development. We learn to endure insults and offenses not to become weak, but to turn them into stepping stones for growth. According to Stoic philosophy, strength does not come from avoiding difficulties, but knowing how to embrace and overcome them. In daily life, think about the times you were criticized or insulted. Instead of reacting immediately, pause and consider the situation objectively. Ask yourself, what can this teach me? How can I turn this into a lesson to become stronger? When you can do this, you will no longer be swayed by negative words or actions from others. Remember, every challenge holds an opportunity for you to become stronger and more resilient. Stoic philosophy teaches that strength does not come from avoiding difficulties, but knowing how to face and transform them. You will learn to endure insults and turn them into steps toward personal growth. This helps you overcome challenges and inspires those around you, showing that true strength lies in our ability to control how we let things affect us. Principle 5. No one can hurt you. Epictetus emphasized, no one can hurt you unless you allow it to happen. This means we have complete control over how we react to any situation or emotion, no matter how negative. Imagine you are an artist who has just completed a piece you are immensely proud of. However, when displaying it, you receive harsh criticism from some viewers. Instead of letting these criticisms hurt you and diminish your passion, you see them as part of your learning and growth journey. You understand that everyone has their perspective, and negative feedback does not necessarily reflect your works or yourself's actual value. Another example is a young entrepreneur starting a business. He might face many criticisms and doubts from those around him. Instead of letting these words erode his confidence and determination, he turns them into motivation to strive harder. He focuses on improving his products and services, listens to constructive feedback, and doesn't let criticism discourage him. The power of Stoic philosophy lies in helping us realize that our emotions result from how we react to events, not the events themselves. When we understand that we can choose our response, we are no longer affected by negative words or actions from others. Consider an athlete criticized after an unsuccessful match. Instead of letting the criticism hurt and demoralize him, the athlete can see it as an opportunity to learn and improve. He can review the game, analyze his mistakes, and plan for future competitions. In doing so, he maintains his composure and turns criticism into a driving force for progress. Ultimately, Stoic philosophy teaches that true strength lies in our ability to control how we react to any situation. No one can hurt us unless we allow it to happen. By recognizing and practicing this principle, we can live undisturbed by external factors and always maintain inner peace. This helps us grow and inspires those around us, showing that true strength lies in our ability to control our emotions and reactions. Principle 6. Anticipating obstacles. Stoic philosophy emphasizes anticipating difficulties and preparing mentally to face them. Epictetus pointed out that by envisioning potential obstacles on our path, we equip ourselves with readiness and calmness to overcome them effectively. Imagine you are an entrepreneur about to launch a new product. Before officially releasing it to the market, you anticipate potential challenges such as adverse customer reactions, fierce competition, or technical issues. Instead of letting these worries hold you back, you plan to address each situation in detail. You conduct product trials, prepare flexible marketing strategies, and build a technical support team to tackle problems. Thanks to this thorough preparation, you are not caught off guard when obstacles arise, but handle them calmly and effectively. Another example is a marathon runner. Before each race, she trains hard and anticipates potential issues like bad weather, injuries, or exhaustion. Instead of letting these worries dampen her spirit, she prepares by training in various weather conditions, ensuring proper recovery, and planning a balanced diet. Despite adverse weather conditions on race day, she remains calm and finishes the race nicely, thanks to her meticulous preparation. Anticipating obstacles is not about being pessimistic, but a strategy to enhance determination and equip the mind with the necessary tools. This way, we create harmony between emotions and logic, helping us face life's uncertainties with balance. Emotions become a motivating force rather than turbulent waves, while logic helps us plan and solve problems effectively. Stoic philosophy teaches that by preparing mentally and planning, we will not be swept away by negative emotions when facing difficulties. Instead, we will see each challenge as an opportunity to grow and demonstrate our resilience. This is how we create a life undisturbed by obstacles, always ready to face and overcome them calmly and effectively. Principle 7. Fear and Dishonor. Epictetus once said, "We are the ones who assign meaning to every event, thus creating fear and shame within our souls." This means that we, not external factors, decide how much fear and dishonor impact our lives. Imagine you are a novice public speaker. You prepare for a major presentation and feel the pressure of audience expectations. Fear and anxiety start to invade your mind. Instead of letting these emotions overwhelm you, you see them as part of the learning process. You remind yourself that each presentation is an opportunity to improve, and that this anxiety is just a natural reaction. This way, you can face your fear proactively and turn it into motivation to enhance your skills. Another example is a student constantly feeling pressured to achieve high grades to meet family expectations. They fear that if they do not meet these expectations, they will be reprimanded and bring shame to the family. Instead of letting this fear control them, they change their perspective. They understand that their value is not solely based on grades, but also their effort and determination. They focus on the learning process and take pride in minor daily improvements. This helps alleviate pressure and find joy in studying. The strength of Stoic philosophy lies in accepting and overcoming fear and dishonor. This does not mean denying our emotions, but learning to face and transform them. We find freedom and inner peace when we see fear and dishonor as natural parts of life and do not let them control us. Take the example of a top athlete. Before each competition, they might feel anxious and fearful about the results. But instead of letting these emotions lower their spirit, they motivate them to try harder. They focus on preparation and training, recognizing that fear is a temporary reaction that can be overcome with perseverance and determination. Finally, Stoic philosophy teaches that fear and dishonor are not insurmountable obstacles, but opportunities for learning and growth. By accepting and confronting them, we can find true freedom and happiness. This helps us develop and inspires those around us, showing that true strength lies in our ability to control how we let things affect us. Principle 8. Restraining actions. Epictetus emphasized that self-restraint in action is a sign of maturity and is critical to achieving inner peace and spiritual strength. This does not mean not acting, but choosing actions wisely based on reason, rather than impulsive emotions. Imagine you are in an important meeting, and a colleague suddenly harshly criticizes your ideas. The natural reaction might be anger, and a desire to retaliate immediately. But instead of letting emotions take over, you decide to pause, take a deep breath, and consider your response. You understand that an impulsive reaction could lead to conflict and diminish professionalism. Instead, you listen and respond politely and constructively, opening up dialogue rather than confrontation. Another example is when you encounter unfair treatment or insults from someone. The initial reaction might be to retaliate to protect yourself. However, according to Stoic philosophy, true strength lies in restraining and thinking before acting. You can choose not to react immediately, but take time to reflect and find a rational and calm way to address the issue. Stoic philosophy encourages us to practice self-restraint daily. This can start with small things like restraining impulsive behavior while driving in traffic or controlling anger when unfairly criticized. Think about a teacher who faces students who may act out daily. Instead of reacting angrily and scolding, the teacher chooses to restrain and use positive educational methods to help students understand and correct their behavior. Self-restraint helps us avoid negative consequences and fosters maturity and wisdom. It allows us to face challenges calmly and effectively rather than being driven by negative emotions. Ultimately, restraining actions is crucial to Stoic philosophy, helping us build a balanced and harmonious life. We maintain inner peace and create a positive and friendly environment by choosing actions wisely and rationally. This allows us to grow and inspire those around us, showing that true strength lies in our ability to control our actions and reactions. Principle 9. Power of acceptance. Stoic philosophy asserts that accepting reality is critical to achieving inner peace. Epictetus taught that we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering by accepting what cannot be changed and finding life satisfaction. Imagine you are planning a long-awaited vacation. Suddenly, bad weather strikes and flights are canceled. Instead of letting disappointment and anger take over, you accept the situation and make the most of the time. Plan local activities or enjoy the extra rest at home. Acceptance helps you maintain a positive outlook and find new opportunities in difficult situations. Another example is facing failure at work. A project you invested much effort into is rejected. The natural reaction might be sadness and discouragement, but instead of dwelling on the failure, you accept reality and see it as a valuable lesson. You analyze the mistakes, learn from them, and prepare for future opportunities with greater confidence and experience. The power of acceptance does not mean giving up or lacking determination. On the contrary, it allows us to focus on what we can control and change instead of wasting energy on what is beyond our reach. Think of a doctor treating patients with terminal illnesses. Instead of feeling helpless about what cannot be changed, the doctor focuses on improving the patient's quality of life and finding the best possible treatments. Accepting reality helps the doctor work more effectively and maintain a positive spirit. Acceptance also helps us find meaning and value in difficult situations. When facing challenges, instead of resisting, we can seek lessons and opportunities for growth. This allows us to overcome adversity and makes us stronger and more resilient. Ultimately, acceptance is a core principle of Stoic philosophy, helping us live in harmony with ourselves and the world. By accepting what cannot be changed and focusing on what we can control, we achieve inner peace and inspire those around us. This creates a positive, meaningful, and pleasant life. Principle 10. Live according to nature. Epictetus believed that the key to living a happy and meaningful life is to live in harmony with external and internal nature. Living according to nature not only helps us find peace, but also allows us to maximize our potential. Imagine you are a gardener. You cannot control the weather or the seasons, but you can learn to work with them. You know when to plant seeds, when to water, and when to harvest. You accept that each season brings challenges and opportunities. By living in harmony with nature, you help your garden thrive and find joy and satisfaction in your work. Consider another example, a company leader. Instead of trying to control every aspect of the business, this leader understands that change and fluctuation are inevitable. They focus on creating a flexible and creative work environment, encouraging employees to develop skills and adapt to changes. In this way, the company overcomes difficulties and grows stronger. Living according to nature also means understanding and accepting your true self. This requires us to recognize and respect our limits and capabilities. Take a professional athlete, for example. They not only focus on physical training, but also pay attention to their mental and emotional health. They understand that a healthy body requires a balance between exercise and rest, effort and relaxation. By aligning with their body's natural rhythm, they achieve high performance while maintaining balance and happiness in life. Stoic philosophy emphasizes that happiness comes not from pursuing external desires, but from finding peace and contentment in simple things. Living according to nature helps us reduce pressure and stress while creating a meaningful and fulfilling life. Ultimately, living according to nature is not just a method for facing life's challenges, but also a path to true freedom and happiness. Understanding and accepting natural laws allows us to live a harmonious life, develop ourselves, and inspire those around us. This is a core principle in Stoic philosophy, helping us find inner peace and build a complete and meaningful life. Conclusion: Stoic philosophy provides a clear path to inner peace and spiritual strength in a turbulent world. From establishing a firm purpose, controlling the mind, facing criticism, and accepting what cannot be changed to living in harmony with nature, each principle helps us build a meaningful life undisturbed by external factors. Start your journey by applying these principles to your daily life. Each small step will bring you closer to a peaceful and meaningful life. Ask yourself, how can you live according to these principles? What will you do today to start transforming your life? We encourage you to take action now. Begin with small things, like controlling negative thoughts or accepting a difficult situation. Every action counts and contributes to your personal growth. Share your journey with those around you and inspire them to live a Stoic life. Finally, remember that Stoic philosophy is not just a system of thought, but a way of life. It gives us the strength to face every challenge and find peace in all circumstances. Let this philosophy guide you and turn your life into a journey full of meaning and happiness.